What is wrong with Joe Biden? And I know that's an open-ended question. I know people will be like, well, he's old, he's horrible, he's a Democrat. All these, I know that it's an open-ended question, but I want to specifically hone in on what happened yesterday after the Electoral College all over the country. They certified their votes, and 306 of the electoral votes were certified for Joe Biden. And he thought, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take me a victory lap. And by victory lap, I mean he's going to hobble out on stage like the old man that he is, and he's going to look at the teleprompter, and he's going to stumble his way through a speech. But not only did, but I'll be honest with you, I was concerned. I almost dialed 911 while I was watching the speech because I was worried about the man's health. Then I realized I was watching it like 2 hours after it had aired, and if I dialed 911, he was already napping by the time I was watching the speech. But listen to this. He coughed so much from the beginning of the speech all the way through. It was like 16, 17 minutes. Coughed the entire time. Couldn't stop hacking. Was out there trying to tell us how great America could be and how horrible Donald Trump is and how he's going to be a president for everybody, but also half the states are horrible and suck and can't even, they want to destroy democracy. It was a very uneven speech. We'll get to that in a minute. But I isolated every single cough, every single gag, every single throat clear, every single thing that happened in this speech yesterday that made me think there's something seriously medically wrong with this individual. Listen carefully.
Good evening, my fellow Americans. Excuse me. And now it's time to heal.
And now it's time to heal. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Hopefully that's the case for Joe Biden, because after that speech, it's definitely time for him to. That was a good. I mean, those are little tiny coughs, but that was a good 12 seconds of just throat clearing and nastiness.
Good evening, my fellow Americans. Excuse me. And now it's time to heal.
And near the end of the speech, half the words were just grumbly and growly, and he just sounded like, I mean, it was really bizarre. And he's talking about COVID-19. He's like, now we've got to face the pandemic of COVID-19. I'm like, what is happening to this guy? This guy is not well. This guy's not healthy. At least pause, get it all out. You know what, America, hang on one second. I'm gonna take a victory lap, but first. Okay, let me continue. And I mean, that would be the polite thing to do. Get some water, maybe get a Ludens or whatever your other favorite cough drop is. I mean, I'll be honest with you. It took me a couple times to get through this before I got the messages because I was just so taken aback by his physical, just the hacking. And the
Good evening, my fellow Americans. Excuse me. And now it's time to heal.
I mean, that's what you're in for the next 4 years, folks. Unfortunately, or maybe 4 months. I don't know if that cough doesn't get any better.